Yeah, but we're going to move on to the next section, and it's kind of exciting that Maurice is here to join us for it.
Oh,
because
yeah.
maybe we'll blow his mind too.
Right.
Yeah.
The blow my mind section.
Is
you're
it the
talking
blow my
about.
mind section?
That is. We're going to tell each other news facts out of the sex tech and sex industry, and we are going to blow each other's minds, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll
it.
blow Maurice's too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So I have one. It is kind of techie, but not really.
Okay.
So let's see if this blows your mind. Okay. A single cell of sperm contains 37.5 megabytes of DNA information.
How many megabytes?
37.5 megabytes of DNA information.
Okay.
So one ejaculation represents a data transfer of 15.875 gigabytes.
Wow. I wonder how they measure that.
Equivalent to the combined capacity of 62 MacBook Pro laptops.
Wow. But how do you measure the gigabytes that are in a sperm? Is this explained in the
I don't
article?
know. Maybe Maurice can tell us. But
Do you
is
think
that a
this is
mind-blowing
possible?
fact?
Do you think
Well, it's going to be an average because they're going to be different.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sperm counts, right?
Some people might not have.
Maybe there's
higher
is there
hitting
like a
sperm.
difference in this? Like, can you have different kind of like
Sperm-
more and less DNA?
Probably.
Must be, because there's one sperm that's
But
like
they
the
did say
strongest
average.
one.
They did say average. So
Yeah,
I still wonder, because I can understand they probably have DNA strains in the sperm,
Yeah.
and these stand for certain amounts of data.
Yeah.
But I still think it's very weird how they measured this.
Yeah.
Is there any info how they measured this?
no, I didn't read that far. I just
alright.
found it very mind blowing. I was like, oh wow, okay. If one sperm ejaculation is smarter than 62 MacBook Pros, what happens to the rest of the man who's not as smart?
That's interesting. That makes you want to use the sperm for something.
But it's a copy, right? It's,
Yeah.
it's only a copy, so you don't lose anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to be losing
Yeah.
your smartness the more you.
Yeah, just copy
more
that
you-
for later. Yeah.
The more you ejaculate, the less smart you get.
Yeah. That's how. That's basically what it comes
Because I'm
down
pretty
to.
sure
yeah.
one brain cell is not that smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's making a whole calculation and then deleting it again.
Like we're
Are
but
you-
are you also uploading it then?
Yes,
guess.
GB means gigabytes.
Yeah, are you-
gigabytes.
are-
Gigabytes. Okay, I'm gonna read this again, because a single sperm contains there's only 37 MB in one DNA information. Oh, that's what you said. Yeah, one ejaculation represents then 15. I still think it's not that much. I would expect there to be more
More than
inside.
62 laptops.
Only 37 megabytes are in one sperm. I would expect there to be. It's very
it's
much
very
in
small,
development.
right?
Yeah,
But
of course.
then in a whole
I think it's
spunk-
still amazing. It blows my mind.
Yeah. All right. Now I will
Good,
try to blow you
good.
guys' minds with something I read about. It's a UK survey. Of course, we always end up with. There's a lot of things that happen in the UK with sex and sex info, and there was another survey, and they said 47%, is almost 50% of people think it's not okay for someone to withdraw sexual consent, if they're already naked. So that is kind of a tricky part, because I do understand that people who are in a room together and start to get naked, I can imagine that one party of the two would think, okay, we are going to have sex now.
But would it be like maybe in a situation of like strip poker, where everyone is like running naked in the swimming pool, or
I get
or
that.
you're on
I
a
get the
nude
sense.
beach? But if you're on a nude beach,
No.
then yeah.
I think this probably means that you are already in the bed.
Right.
And that at the moment that the girl says, "Oh, I don't want it," or
Yeah.
a guy doesn't
Okay,
say
like
it.
that.
Right. And then I would imagine it was a situation like
But
this.
it's a consent. Like they're saying, like people will assume that
Yeah.
once
Because
you're naked in bed
right,
or
right,
naked
right.
in a room, that the girl can't say no anymore.
Right, that's what they think, which is of course you should be able to say no whenever you want.
Of course, because maybe when he undresses, he's horrible. Or
Right.
she's horrible.
I just don't like your body. No, I don't want anymore. But it was still like, that's something that we, of course, would all say, no, you can say no whenever, even if you were like both naked and erect and aroused and you're almost there, you should still be able to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
But so that was the mind-blowing part to me, that still 50% of people say, no, that's not possible. But that's
just like guys saying that or girls saying that?
Yeah, I think it said everybody. Just 50% of all the people
that were interviewed.
I don't think it's girls are going to say that, right?
Yeah,
right? You
probably.
would imagine that the girls wouldn't say that. Okay, let me take the whole article. Survey it asked 2,000 participants aged between 14 and 55 their opinions on sexual consent. One of the biggest takeaways from the survey was that more than half of those polled, means women and men, I guess, said that they don't think it's okay for someone to withdraw sexual consent if they're already naked. Yeah, so it doesn't. I think it means men and women, but
2,000.
Yeah,
people
but I think
is,
I think these are articles and stuff are just put on the internet, so we have this conversation, right? Yeah. So we can say no, it actually is okay to withdraw consents whenever you want to. But I would imagine it more guys would say that it's inappropriate to withdraw consent at that moment. But well, that was my thing. Do you find this guy's mind? I think
it's quite crazy, but
that's crazy, right?
Yeah,
but but I tend to say because
people,
and
it's probably all British people, and then we know that the people in the UK have different views to the people in the Netherlands. The same with America,
thing.
And
maybe they're more conservative.
And it's a lot of drinking culture too, which is
conservative. You would mean that it's going to be you would. No.
The UK is not conservative.
Oh, yeah, I would say I do tend to think we've been doing these sex facts, or how do we call them, blow their mind facts, for a couple of weeks, and they do tend to be a little bit more, I would say conservative, in the sense that what is publicly said on these things, like last week we had a survey from prudish, you could say as well. But last week we had one that people were actually sent away at the where you can get yourself tested if you have an STD or not, because for some strange odd reason, I don't know. But there was another thing where I said everybody should be able to get tested for that, but. Some people were sent away because it was just too crowded. So, and I would expect, I could accept if they said, okay, we'll do you next week or next month, but they were actually just, they couldn't, they said they couldn't be helped. But of course, we have to add that it could also not be true. It could just be somebody putting this on the internet with, that is not true. But okay, let's move on to the next fact, because I think we've
mind
been
blown. Okay,
you're mind blown, right?
Yes. Okay, so it's again about sperm. Sorry, not an obsession, just the facts that I found today.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay, so sperm is highly effective in treating wrinkles, and anti-wrinkle producers or products use similar materials to sperm because of how well it works on the skin.
Wow.
So the next time your girlfriend says,
my skin is old. Yeah. I have some oil overlay right here, baby. Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Moisturizer.
Yeah, moisturizer. Anti-wrinkle.
I instantly start thinking about did Oil of Allahs already know this 10 years ago, and have they already been incorporating sperm in
the sperm bank,
in
the olds,
right?
And then they take that. And
how do we? Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think so. I hope.
Okay, was that mind-blowing or not?
Yes, it was mind-blowing, but with all these things, you wonder, what's the truth to it? Or is it just somebody who just puts that down? How reliable are our sources? That's always the question. But let's just...
I will give my sources to the producer later.
All right, but let's just assume it's true, and then my mind is blown. well, then I will come back with this new super mind-blowing fact. If I can find it, if my phone works with me.
Okay, you want me to read my next one if you don't know?
Oh no, I
Okay,
had
you
to.
got it.
I was thinking about something we had in our true or false lineup. We will do after this. We had this discussion that an orgasm can only last from 5 to 15 seconds. But then I thought we were talking about orgasm, men and female. And so I found something on the internet that was really mind-blowing to me that said there are possibilities that orgasm can last up to 2 minutes. So I was, all right, I'm going to the podcast. I'm going to tell everybody that it's actually, it can be 2 minutes. But okay.
And then you pass out from loss of blood to your head.
I guess.
Or,
It actually says up to 2 minutes sounds exhausting, but of course the explanation to this
and
is...
then you
heard
died,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it's called, but apparently there's some, like if you do masturbation and you masturbate and you stop just when you come.
edging. Is it called edging?
I thought it was tantra.
Apparently, if you do that all the time, at a certain moment when you come, then it's like a really so you go stop, go stop, go stop.
Yeah, that is.
And then when you come, then apparently it's. I've never tried it because I couldn't.
No, it's hard. It's hard. But
How
I
do you stop right at the moment that you should come?
A lot of people like to use the male masturbator, the fleshlight launch for edging, and they actually discuss it on Reddit.
Oh.
And it's quite... Yeah.
I do see it a lot, but I do see it a lot in porn as well. But I have the same problem that once you get close, you're like, all right, I'm there, woohoo!
You're not really thinking about it.
Yeah, it must be pretty hard, but okay, I will try for next week. I will try to edge myself, or let my girl edge me. Can I say that? Is that something?
Yeah, I guess.
Can somebody else edge you? Yeah, I think so. Oh, we have some info. Rashi's keeps on putting up this edging is a big thing in tantra. Like I said, yes, I was right.
Chinese people under Emperor Qin were taught not to ejaculate during recreative sex to conserve jing and qi.
Wow.
How
do you like that?
Yeah.
Preserve your
Mind
chi.
blown.
Don't
I would
come.
have thought after 2 minutes you just pass out and.
And how does that work with women? Are there
no woman is ever going to do that.
Can you edge as a woman? Is that also a thing? And do you think you can come harder if you edge yourself?
I don't think so, but maybe our producer has some more enlightening information.
He probably knows everything.
No idea.
She knows everything, but we had him in the show last time, but he's too scared to come on. I guess today.
Okay.
Okay, well, blow my mind.
So it has to do with female orgasms now. There is a mushroom out there. It's called Phallus indeciitis, and it can make a woman orgasm spontaneously when she smells it.
Oh. Yeah, I would think because it's called a phallus that they would use it as a phallus. But that's strange that it's already called a phallus, right?
Yeah, maybe that's why. Like, imagine just randomly smelling something and it makes you orgasm.
Wow, so they actually don't even have to touch it.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting thing to use in technology,
just
maybe.
Smell it. Why send flowers if you can send orgasms?
Yeah, because we were talking about everything from touch, but if there's one thing that hasn't been perfected in all this technology, is the smell, right?
Sometimes you don't want it, right?
You can't say a remote smell, right?
Right.
One of the webcam sites did that. What was it called? You know what I'm talking about? Cam Soda.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
sometimes you don't want to smell what's going on, though.
And it wasn't not a successful test? Because I do think that is a part that hasn't been perfected yet. So maybe this mushroom is going to be the answer.
Yeah. But if it's going to make you orgasm, you don't need any of the other sex technology.
No, but at the right time again. Like you keep it, you have the machine just doing what it does and whatever you want it to do. Yeah. And then it just happens. And then when everything is right and the machine feels the orgasm, it just lets a little whiff of the phallus. Of the phallus loose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
it could be interesting also.
Yeah.
I've never heard about it.
Imagine putting it in your pasta.
Yeah. Like, boom!
Right. Oh, that would be amazing.
What's also maybe interesting is like we could have a look at like hypnosis, right? Like see if we can.
Yeah.
If you could, because we talked to a guy and he says that he can put people in hypnosis and he can give them the most amazing sexual experience.
Without using his hands or with
just with hypnosis. So he can. So it's about suggestions, right? So once this person is under hypnosis, he says that he can bring them into the most amazing.
I'd like to be product tester for that one.
That would be ideal.
What we could do is try to get him on the show.
That would be super nice.
Yeah,
maybe he rubbed some of that.
You can get hypno.
I'm one of those people who think I can't be hypnotized. So I wonder. But I do think again, this is very interesting for use in all these products. If you could we were talking about how fast you can get immersed in these experiences. Well, if you have a tool that you can kind of hypnotize people before they get in, they don't need to. They already convinced it's real. So it is already
because it's like the suggestion, right?
Yeah,
it's all about how do you convince the brain it's real.
Right.
So it's bringing yourself in the right mood with maybe whispering or talking or these kinds of
some
things.
ASMR.
So you got all kinds of things to you can bring yourself in because you need to you need to get
goosebumps thinking about that.
you need to get into a mood before you can do it, right? You need to chill down, you need to relax, you need to be in a certain state. So it's not just about the visual or something like that, but it's also about the preparation towards it. So we're looking at how can we get that entire thing. Get yourself relaxed, get yourself in the mood, get the visual, get the touch, get the smell maybe. Sound, And then but that's those are years around the road.
That's what's coming. More in the future. You like yourself some ASMR, right?
A few weeks ago, they did some ASMR, and then they had me listening to it. And Case did very recognizable sounds. He lit a cigarette, water dripping, and I could really feel it. But then Urban. Oh my god! I had goosebumps the whole entire time.
I still haven't heard. I haven't heard. I haven't heard Urban.
When you said ASMRs, I really felt so uncomfortable listening to that.
It was very
Urban. What was like urban music?
No, the Urban. The host who's sick today. He was. The funny thing was we had all reactions. There was one person who really loved it. There was one person who really hated it, and there was one person who was like just no reaction or something. But I still haven't heard Urban's version. Of course, I know what I did.
Yeah.
But you also mine. You already didn't like. You just don't like ASMR.
No. Yours was fine. Like I could relate to it. But when Urban's came, I started getting goosebumps. I was getting really uncomfortable in my seat. Like I kept moving. Like
he triggered you, but he triggered you the wrong way.
Yeah, but I wonder.
It really and then it kept sounding like a toilet flushing, but it was supposed to just be like soft sounds of rain or something. I don't know what he was trying to do.
I know what it is now.
I just had negative connotations.
Especially very lengthy.
It was like 8 minutes long.
His one, I thought I'm going to do a couple of sounds within a minute. I think I did it, and he just did it like 8 minutes
never
of
ended.
torture.
Okay. He taped a full day, but we cut it short after 8 minutes.
Yeah, are you serious? He just
it was
today I'm walking, listen to the rain.
actually an hour.
Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell button so you get an update every time we drop a new episode.